Bullies harassed schoolgirls every day after school, until the bikers found them. Every afternoon, as the final bell echoed through the halls of Jefferson Suburban School, three friends, Aria, Hazel, and Mina, would exchange nervous glances before stepping through the school gates. What should have been the joyful beginning of their walk home had become a daily gauntlet of fear. For weeks, they'd been followed by four older boys, cruel, loud, and relentless. They called them names, mocked their clothes, snatched their backpacks, and once even blocked their path under the shadow of the overpass, trapping them like frightened birds. The girls tried to stay strong, walking faster, holding hands tighter, whispering prayers under their breath, but the torment never stopped. They told their teachers. They told the principal, but the boys always claimed it never happened on school grounds, and so nothing changed. The adults sighed and said, just avoid them, as if fear could be outrun. One gray Tuesday afternoon, everything changed. The bullies were bolder than ever. One snatched Hazel's backpack and dumped its contents on the sidewalk. Books, snacks, even her mother's handwritten note tucked inside her planner for brave days. Then, as Aria stepped forward to help, one of the boys shoved her hard. She stumbled back, her knee scraping against the curb, tears welling in her eyes. That's when the rumble began. Not thunder, but engines, deep, resonant, echoing like a heartbeat from the earth itself. A group of motorcyclists rounded the corner, their chrome glinting in the late afternoon sun. They wore leather vests with patches that read, Veterans Riding Club, and carried a presence that commanded silence without saying a word. At their lead was a man with a salt and pepper beard, deep-set eyes, and a calm that felt like armor. His name was Rowan Kaler. The bullies froze. Rowan didn't yell. He didn't raise a fist. He simply dismounted, walked slowly toward the boys, and said in a voice both quiet and unshakable, "Kneel." They hesitated, but something in his gaze made them obey. One by one, they dropped to their knees on the pavement. "You think courage is picking on girls half your size?" Rowan asked, voice steady. "You think strength is making others small so you can feel big?" The neighborhood had gone still. Curtains parted, porch lights flickered on. People who had turned away before now stood watching, finally seeing. "Pick up every single thing you threw down," Rowan said. "Then look each of these girls in the eye and apologize, not because I told you to, but because you mean it." The boys, trembling now, scrambled to gather Hazel's scattered belongings. One by one, they mumbled apologies, awkward, ashamed, but real. Rowan turned to Aria, Hazel, and Mina. "You're safe now, and we'll be watching." From that day on, the bullies never came near them again. But more than that, the neighborhood changed. Parents walked their kids home. Neighbors exchanged numbers. Teachers started escorting students to the bus stop. The silence that once protected cruelty was broken by compassion. And every few days, like clockwork, the veterans would ride past Jefferson Suburban, not to intimidate, but to remind. To say, without words, "You matter. We see you." Aria, Hazel, and Mina began walking home with their heads held high again, laughing under the golden light of autumn afternoons. And sometimes, when they saw the distant glint of chrome on the horizon, they'd smile, knowing that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear leather vests and ride with hearts forged in service and sacrifice. This is more than a story about bullies and bystanders. It's about how one moment of courage by those who had every reason to ride on can rewrite the future for three young girls and an entire community. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to ACA Storytales. Your support helps us bring more stories of kindness, second chances, and everyday heroism to life. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell us what part touched your heart the most, and where in the world you're watching from, because stories like these remind us no one should walk alone. Thanks for watching.